Well, the best part, I've seen the footage of the announcers watching the game. Like the game is happening, like they're playing the game while this is all going on, but the announcers are more talking about the crowd, and they keep cutting away. You just don't see that very often, especially back then. So that was incredible to watch. As the announcers were like, the game was kind of what the crowd normally is, like the in between talk, but the game was the in between talk, and then the wave was what they were really breaking down during. I believe there was a single that was hit during that time, and they're like, okay, whatever. And they just kind of move on from it and stick with the crowd. It's one of the best things to watch for sure. But that was in 81, right?
Yeah,
October 81.
it was really fun.
Yeah. So when
But
you,
I have a little side story about the wave.
yeah.
I forgot. I was doing it at the Colorado Rockies games.
Mm.
When the season ended, the hockey, I came here for the baseball season, but I forgot. And when in my chronology of the wave, I forgot completely. I went up to Edmonton and I got the Edmonton Oilers with Wayne Gretzky doing the wave up there. And that wave, I forgot all about it. It was even before the Oakland A's game. They might have it on video. I have no idea. But what I do know is after the game, Wayne Gretzky came up to me and said, I want to take you out to dinner. I had never heard my fans this crazy in my life. And he took me out to dinner with him and his team, invited me out. I had the greatest time. But I forgot I did the wave. I have it in a book. I wrote the book. Krazy George, still crazy after all these years. The problem is, every word in here, 5 letters or bigger, my wife wrote. I get the 4-letter, 3-letter, 2-letter words. And guess what? Some of these 4-letter words, I don't know their definition. But I did it. But my wife is the one that actually wrote it. But I have pictures. I'm very good at putting pictures in the book. And I excel in the pictures. Okay,
that's amazing.
Let's get back to the subject.
Yeah. Oh, so when you see an entire state, well, first off, what'd you order when you went to dinner with Wayne Gretzky? What'd you get?
Oh my gosh! I'll tell you how nice he was. The coach saw me in the hallway after the game. I wasn't going to go in. I was just standing down there because that's where I went. I didn't want to see, be with the team. But they brought me down there. I'm standing. The coach sees me, the manager, and says, George, come on in here and hit the drum for the team. You were great. I said, okay. So I come into their locker room. Now remember, they didn't know I was coming. I come through the door. They're all dressing. I hit my drum. I went so hard, and about half of them jumped right out of their seats. Almost had heart attacks. And Wayne Gretzky is sitting down there. I think he had a heart attack too, because nobody saw me coming. They thought it was gunshots. And Wayne Gretzky, the first player, he comes up to me and introduces, I'm Wayne Gretzky. And he said, I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the players. You were great. And he went around and introduced me to every player. And that's a miracle, because when I taught teaching at the end of a year, I didn't know half my students' names. But he introduced me to the whole team, asked me out to dinner. I went out to dinner with him. And when I showed up, he reintroduced me to the whole team at dinner. I thought that was pretty neat.